philosopher Socrates once wrote, "The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but building the new." Although the earliest years of your 20s are often like the first weeks of advanced calculus classes, confusing and terrifying, they're exciting and fun. In this video, I will share with you 9 smart things to do in your 20s. 1. Forgive. A school teacher once told her students to bring tomatoes to school every day. Each tomato was to represent a person they hated. Some of the students brought 2, others 3, 5, and even higher. But after some days, the tomatoes were spoiled and began to stink. Then the teacher taught them a vital life lesson. When you carry hatred in your heart for someone, this is exactly how your heart stinks. If you cannot tolerate the stench of week-long tomatoes, can you imagine how your heart is? Carrying hatred and grudges in your heart contaminates your mind. This contamination can lead to bitterness, which can hold you bound for the rest of your life. When you fail to forgive someone, you carry an unnecessary burden in your heart, which might even be more substantial than that of the person you have refused to forgive. If you want to live a life of freedom and happiness, then in your 20s, learn to forgive people who hurt you, even before they ask for forgiveness. 2. Start being mindful. Mindfulness is about being aware of your thoughts, emotions, perceptions, and surroundings. Gone are those times when you did not pay much attention to your environment or feelings because your parents were always there to protect you from even your own emotions. But now, you are in the 20s, and you need to learn to be conscious of yourself and your environment. Researchers have revealed that mindfulness allows an individual to deal with stress and to become more productive. According to Australian neurologist Viktor Frankl, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. If you master the act of mindfulness early enough, you will have the power to control the course of your life rather than being tossed around by life. 3. Invest in self-development. Self-development is a vital aspect of life. However, many individuals in their 20s fail to accept it as such. Personal development is an underlying theme in your 20s, and dedicating time and resources to it will afford you the kind of life you dream of having. Self-development is all-encompassing. It entails self-discovery, shedding habits and replacing them with good ones, as well as learning new skills and finding purpose. Your 20s are the time when you have the most flexibility and energy. Thus, if you have plans of becoming rich, don't waste them trying to be like someone else. Instead, focus on being a better version of yourself and commit yourself to your dreams and your personal development. 4. Set goals. In one study, college students were instructed to write down a path towards achieving their future goals. Unsurprisingly, many of those goals involved in finishing their education. Results showed that students who completed the writing exercise were more likely to stay in school than those who didn't do the task. One smart way to live an organized and productive life all the days of your life is to start setting goals from when you are in your 20s. Everyone has dreams and aspirations, but a desire not stated is a mere wish. To ensure that you are not just fantasizing, you should write down your long-term goals and break them down into short-term tasks. In so doing, you will be able to achieve all of them. 5. Build tangible connections. Many young people do not understand the power of networking. During their college days, they focus on being friends with only people with whom they can party and have fun. Most times, such friendships don't last, because after school, everyone parts ways. There is an adage that says, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. When you know the right people, you will get the correct information and will have the opportunity of being in the right place. Whether you're just getting started or ready to move on to a new challenge, having a robust professional network in place can do more than you think for you. In your 20s, you might want to get close to some of your college professors or build a lasting relationship with bosses at work. These connections will do much good later on in life. 6. Regulate your phone use. These days, people are so lost in the online world that they have a life outside which requires their time and attention. Half the time, it is easier to live in a virtual world and forget what is happening around you. Individuals are so addicted to their smartphones that it seems their lives halt at the sight of low battery. To live a productive life, you must learn to balance your social media life with your physical presence. Take time out to engage in physical activities and conversations with other people. 7. Be financially savvy. If you have bad money habits, be prepared to be broke in the future. Likewise, sound financial practices amount for a life of wealth and happiness. Sadly, financial literacy is the knowledge that you wouldn't gain in college. Best-selling author Robert Kiyosaki attested to the fact when he wrote, "We were not taught financial literacy in school. It takes a lot of work and time to change your thinking and to become financially literate." There is no better time to learn financial literacy than in your 20s, because the financial habits you develop in your 20s can affect you for years to come. 8. Begin to appreciate failure. Tim Hayford, author of Adapt: Why Success Starts with Failure, once said, "Failing productively involves trying lots of new things, failing in a safe space, and being prepared to ditch your plans if it's not working out." No one likes to fail. No one is happy when they fail, but failure is an integral part of life. For you to be successful, you must appreciate failure for what it is, a lesson to yourself and others, and move on. One smart thing to do in your 20s is to understand that failure is merely an event and redesign your mindset approach to failure from sulking to learning. If you can do that, then you will have splendid years ahead. 9. Give proper attention to your health. Studies show that the health issues that many old folks suffer are as a result of their negligence when they were much younger. Many of them who are retired and on sick beds wish they took proper care of themselves when they had the chance to. Little wonder, Quora user Andrew Solmson says, "The simplest and most important action you can take is to protect your health. Once it's gone, it's tough to bring back." Most people in their 40s and beyond will trade money for health. Even as you struggle to survive in this hard world, you must pay attention to your health. Carry out exercise regularly, eat balanced diets, and go for routine checks. If you develop these habits from your 20s, you will live a much healthier life when you grow old and gray. Your 20s are, according to one psychologist, the defining decade because of the role they play in your overall well-being. So, handle those years with cleverness.